Are you looking to make a vision board and manifest your goals? Or did you make one forever ago and never really looked at it? I've been making vision boards for myself and my friends for 16 years now. I love it, and I've manifested many of my goals. Stick around for the ultimate guide on law of attraction and 5 techniques I use to make my vision boards and manifest them. Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tune Into Abundance with Neha Verma. Vision boards are the most effective tools for the law of attraction and my favorite. But before that, please understand that the law of attraction is just that, a law. Just like the law of vibration or the law of gravity. It doesn't require you to believe in it or understand it for it to work. Now tomorrow if you get up and say, I don't believe in the law of gravity, you won't bounce back into space. The same way, the law of attraction is universal and works all the time for everything without any bias. You're always manifesting something, whatever's on your mind, by default. Vision boards are a way of channeling what you want to manifest and taking control of what manifests into your life. So what's the purpose of a vision board? A vision board is the simplest, most effective way to control what we manifest into our life. By putting up images of the goals we want to manifest, we're not just motivating ourselves. We're making our mind familiar with having those goals. Not wanting it, having those goals. That's the purpose of a vision board. So keep that in mind when you're making it. Let me tell you how this worked for me. Here are 5 techniques on how to make an effective vision board. Tip 1. Use your vision board for only one goal. You heard me, only one goal at a time. So we are so used to like a big vision board cluttered with everything under the sun. Mine used to be that way. The house, the job, the travel, the soulmate. See, the law of attraction only works if you're able to align yourself with a goal. Now, by putting all these things in front of you, you're spreading your energy thin. Let me give you an example. Think of a radio dial on your car, right? So each goal of yours is a different frequency on that radio dial. So let's say the house that you want to manifest, hypothetically, is on 91.9. The job that you want to manifest is on 102 point something. Okay, the trip that you want to manifest is another frequency. The health that you want to manifest is another frequency. They're all very different frequencies because they evoke different feelings, different emotions, different vibes. So the job or purpose of a vision board is to help you align yourself with that goal to manifest it faster. So you're not doing yourself a favor by putting everything together. You can always have one like master vision board where you put everything you want to achieve before you die. But the main vision board that you see every day as soon as you wake up, by the bed, on your laptop, on your phone, should have one goal that you want to manifest right now. You need to spend some time picking this one goal. You need to spend some time deciding what this one goal is. Your mind might trick you into thinking, no, we need to manifest these 2 things, they're related to each other, we can't wait for one to manifest. Don't listen to that. Pick one. It's faster to manifest one goal and then move to the other goal than trying to manifest 2 goals at a time. You're going to be sitting on it for a long time. Let me share a personal story. So when I decided to manifest one goal at a time, I wanted a constant reminder of my overarching goal in life, which is abundance. So I used to actually write thank you for abundance every day in my work diary. But then this year I wanted a more permanent commitment and I actually tattooed the word abundance on my arm. And that was my way of committing to abundance for life and tuning into abundance for life. It's a reminder every morning when I wake up that this is what I want, no matter what I'm manifesting currently today. So stick to one goal at a time, but remember what your path in life is and what your ultimate goal is. Don't tattoo it, but find a way to remind yourself of what you ultimately want to do. All this is just to make you feel like you already have your goal. In fact, in the comment section below, use this space to declare your goal, to just say, I've manifested my new home. And if you see anybody else who's declared their goal, reply back to their comment, making them feel like they have it. Like, congratulations on your new home, when are you moving in? See, I love making vision boards. I've made them for myself and for my friends for years. If you want help making your vision board, or if you know anyone who does, write into me at this email ID, probably reply to you on weekends because I'm a working professional. I would love to help you with your vision board, with whatever you need. No strings attached. Not selling anything, no sign-ups, no courses, nothing. I just want to help as many people as possible manifest what they want. Make manifestation a lifestyle. So if you know anyone who would like it, share this video with them, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you know the next time I have new content. Tip 2. Manifest your end goal, not the means to your goal. See, we always pick a goal and put it up on a vision board, and it never works out. Many of us pick the wrong goal, and we're not honest with ourselves, even in the privacy of our own mind, about what we really want. Let me give you an example. Many years ago, I was working in an event management company in Bangalore. I live in Bangalore in India, and I wanted to go to Delhi to spend time with my friend. It was very important to me. And so I made a goal that I want a trip to Delhi, and I didn't have the money at the time to do that myself. Long story short, I manifested it, and a month and a half later, my event management company sent me to Delhi for an event. But once I reached there, I could not spend time with my friend. It was a terrible trip, and I came back with bad memories. But it taught me a very important lesson and saved me a world of pain. The point is that I wanted to manifest time with my friend. What I ended up focusing on is trip to Delhi. Do you see? Because my mind tricked me into believing that the trip to Delhi is the only way that I'm going to get time with my friend. Pick your goal, pick your end goal, and stick to it. If you want to manifest a beautiful home, your goal should be, thank you for this beautiful home that I own. Your goal should not be $1 million, because in your mind you think, if I have $1 million, I go buy the home. No. Even if you manifest $1 million, yay for you. But even if you manifest that, you may not be able to buy the home. There might be legal problems. There might be, you might have to move to another city. The possibilities are endless. The point is, the $1 million goal is on a very different frequency on the radio than the buying a home goal. Do you see what I mean? The $1 million is financial freedom, financial independence. It's that vibe. The home is security, warmth, roots, that vibe. So very different dial. And while you might think that if I manifest this goal, it'll lead me to that, it doesn't work that way. Save yourself a world of pain and time. Be honest with yourself about what your end goal is and put that on your vision board. Tip 3, and the most important, pick images of you living your goal. See, we all pick images and put it up on the vision board and don't really pick images that resonate with us. So first thing you need to understand when you decide to put up a vision board, don't do this vision board saying, these are the goals I want to manifest by the end of the year. If you do that, it will always be at the end of the year. Your vision board should remind you that you have all this right now. And pick images that make you feel that way. Let me give you an example. If you want to manifest a Ferrari, which, let me guess, if you do, you have an image of this red Ferrari, driving down a highway with the mountains in the background. Do you see how aspirational that image is, that someday I will get this? While that image is beautiful and it does have a place in your vision board, the big main image that you put in the center should be of you having the Ferrari. So if you did have the Ferrari, you would see the steering wheel every day. You would see the interiors of the car because you would be driving it. So pick an image of the interiors of the Ferrari, of the steering wheel, maybe your hands on it, the interiors and what you see from the windshield, because that is what you would feel if you had it. If you want to manifest a home, don't just pick a beautiful image of an exterior of a home and stick it up there. Put that on the side of your vision board, but the big main center image should be you comfortably sitting in your living room and just looking into the interiors that are around. Because if you had the home, you wouldn't be standing outside staring at it, you would be living in it. Let me tell you a personal story of something that I manifested, and this is where I really learned how vision boards can affect the law of attraction. So this was, I think, the third year of my career. I wasn't making much money and I wanted to increase my salary to a certain amount, okay? And it was not what I was making then, but I was very adamant that I wanted that number. And I thought to myself, what image would make me feel like I have this salary? So I had the habit back then of the day I got the salary, I used to walk to the closest ATM to my office, which was down the road, and to a Citibank ATM. It was a little far away around the block. And I used to go there and withdraw some money. So I picked an image of an ATM machine saying, your balance today is, and the amount that I wanted. Long story short, I saw that image every day for a long time. I put it on my laptop, I put it on my phone wallpaper, and I saw it all the time. 8 months later, thankfully, I manifested it. I manifested a little more than it, actually. But that's not even the story. The great part of the story is that a few months later in February, Feb is when I have my birthday, and I have this ritual of going to my master vision board where I put all my goals and ticking off the ones that happened this year and then making a new one. It's like my birthday gift to myself. So when I was putting off this image, I realized that I didn't just manifest the salary that I wanted, I manifested the ATM. So in the image in my vision board, it was an image of an ATM machine with the logo of the bank on the top right corner. And in those 8 months, that same bank had opened its ATM branch right next to my office. So instead of me walking around the corner, walking around the block to the Citibank ATM, I went to this one. So I didn't just manifest the money, I manifested the ATM. And that is how it works. And that sealed my any doubts if ever I had in this process. Pick your images wisely, you will be surprised at what happens. Let me give you another example of something, of one goal in my life that I have not manifested yet. So full disclosure, I am a huge Oprah fan. It's a big thing in my life. She practically raised me. I haven't met her, but if you are an Oprah fan too, give me a shout out in the comments below. I need more Oprah people in my life. Anyway, my goal, like any other Oprah fan, was to meet Oprah. So I got ambitious and I picked an image of myself and I photoshopped my image with Oprah. This image always triggers me and makes me so happy, makes me feel like I'm actually meeting Oprah. It's not just a picture of Oprah walking down a red carpet, but the fabulous pictures of her doing that. But for my vision board, I picked an image like this. I tapped a designer friend on the shoulder many years ago and made her Photoshop my image with Oprah. If you want to do the same, catch hold of a designer friend of yours, or better yet, you can go to many online tools like Canva and online free Photoshops that you can do for free. But pick an image of yourself in that situation, in the home, in the car, with Oprah. Do you see how excited she is to meet me in this picture? I mean, vanity, but and I look so good in that picture. It's an old picture of me and I look really good in it, but it always triggers me and it makes me feel like I'm actually meeting Oprah. So fingers crossed for that goal to come true. Bottom line is, pick your images wisely and don't pick aspirational images that make it feel like it'll never come true. Pick images where you are actually living it. Oprah. Tip 4. Use social media as an alternative vision board. You heard me, social media. So social media can be a big boon if you want to manifest a goal. I know social media is very infamous for the negativity that it spreads, misinformation, etc., etc. And while all of that is very true, there's actually a video that I've made on how to disconnect from negativity, which you can find on the link above, and click on that if that is your problem today. But you can use social media for your benefit, and let me tell you how. I've recently manifested 2 big goals unexpectedly thanks to Instagram. It's a weird sentence to say. So chances are that you are on at least one social media platform, be it Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, right? So if you want to manifest a home, go to your Instagram, go to the discover or explore section, remove all the hashtags that you're following that are not working for you, and follow at least 20 hashtags on the topic that you're trying to manifest. If you want to manifest the home, the hashtags you follow should be hashtag interior design, hashtag new homeowner, hashtag architect. When you open your social media every day, which I'm sure you spend a lot of time on, instead of consuming content that makes you feel negative and drowns you, you will consume content that reminds you of your goal and makes you feel like you're already living it. So Instagram is one such thing. Facebook groups. Oh my god, if you are a Facebook person, there are many Facebook groups for everything under the sun. Another alternative, and the best, is YouTube. Because guess what? There is a YouTuber out there vlogging everything. So if your goal is to manifest a job in Paris, there is someone out there vlogging about their first day at Paris. So pick the social media channel that you're most comfortable with and allow yourself to follow hashtags or Facebook groups or YouTubers that give you the content that you want to digest. Tip 5. Strategize where you put up your vision board. This is so important and so often neglected. Nobody talks about it. It is beyond me. Your vision board is practically a billboard in your house advertising what your current goal is. You want to be very careful and private about where you put it. Think about it. If you are living by yourself, do you want to put it in your living room where everyone who comes into your home knows what your current goal is? If you're comfortable with sharing that with everybody, good for you. But I would not suggest that. If your current goal is manifesting a new job, do you want your colleagues or your boss who may come over for dinner to see it? Maybe not. If your current goal is to manifest your soulmate, do you want the guy or girl you just started dating to see it? Maybe not. Here's my advice. If you're living by yourself, put your vision board in your bedroom, right by your bed, so that every time you wake up in the morning, that's the first thing you see. If you're living with someone like your parents, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever the case is, your roommate, if they know of your current goal and are supportive of it, fantastic, you won the jackpot. If not, keep your vision board somewhere more private, like the inside of your wardrobe, so that every time you wake up in the morning, you open your wardrobe door and you have a minute to get into the groove of your manifestation. You can do the same thing in the evening. Most importantly, make sure you take that vision board and put it on all your digital devices. See, your wallpaper of your phone and laptop should not be your pet. As much as I love wagging tails, that is not the place for them. Your goal should be embedded in your subconscious every chance you get. Put it in the wallpaper of your phone, your laptop, any other device, so that every time you're on it, which is all the time, your mind registers that this is your goal, this is the vibe I need to tune into. Make sure you're tuning into abundance every chance you get. Comment below on which of the 5 techniques you're going to be applying first. Is it the one where you use social media, or is it the one where you use one goal vision boards? Comment below, I'm really curious. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you know when there's more content from me. If you like this, there's more content like this that you can watch right here. I'll see you on the next one.